Hello, I'm Fred Waggoner with the Reverb Network. I would like to give you a quick update on what the Reverb Network has been doing to develop leaders, serve others, and build God's kingdom during 2020. It has been a very difficult and challenging year, but because of your partnership and generosity, we've been able to continue our mission to develop leaders around the world who lead, love, and serve like Jesus. I first want to thank those of you who took part in our Food for Africa initiative and generously responded when our partners from Liberia, Kenya, and Uganda asked for our help in providing food for needy families in their communities. And these families were on the brink of starvation because they were unable to work and earn money to buy food. In Uganda, our national director, Pastor Daniel Bayukama, and his team of leaders provided corn, rice, sugar, and cooking oil to over 100 families. In Liberia, our national director, Pastor Alex Freeman, and his team have distributed food to 93 needy families. To reach some of those families who lived in more remote areas, they were forced to deliver the food with motorcycles because the road was impassable to any other type of vehicle. And in Kenya, Pastor Fanuel Opaisa and his leaders were able to provide food baskets to 120 families who live in one of the poorest neighborhoods in the city of Nairobi. Your generosity and quick response enabled us to raise $10,300 that fed over 300 families for 1 month. Thankfully, these nations are now starting to reopen their markets, churches, and businesses so that the people are now able to worship, work, earn money, and feed their families. Thank you so much for helping these families survive during this very, very tough time.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you for the food. Thank you for extending your hand towards us and helping us.
Thanks for the contribution.
May God bless you always.
Thank you for the food that you have given to us and make.
Thank you very much for this. I want to say thank you. Thank you.
During 2020, despite the challenges, the Serving Leadership movement continues to grow and expand in the 14 nations we are currently working. Even though we have not been able to travel abroad since mid-March, our national directors and their teams of local leaders are continuing to grow and expand the movement of servant leadership, reaching many new communities and leaders with the Serving Leadership message. In early March of this year, I was able to travel to the nation of Cameroon. I was accompanied by Pastor Daniel Bayukama, our Uganda National Director. I spent 1 week with him training a group of pastors in the final phase of the Serving Leadership journey. I was very fortunate and able to depart for the United States on the next to last flight that left Cameroon before they shut down the country due to the pandemic. My friend and partner Daniel was not so lucky, and he was unable to return to his home country for 5 months. Yet while he was there in Cameroon, he was able to help the Cameroon leaders start 2 new leadership groups, as well as using his internet and his cell phone. He provided leadership and encouragement to his team of leaders that was back in Uganda. Daniel was able to return home in mid-August. Since then, he and his team have conducted serving leadership training for 6 of their existing leadership groups, and he has started 2 new groups. In Liberia, our national director, Pastor Alex Freeman, has been able to launch 3 new serving leadership groups since his country began reopening in mid-August. Meanwhile, on the other side of the world, in the country of Nepal, our key leader in that nation has started 2 new groups and has been able to translate the training materials for the first 3 phases of our training into the Nepali language. In Thailand, Luke Kiffer has been hosting online monthly training sessions from his home in Chicago with the group of leaders that we have in that nation. So as you can see, in spite of the pandemic, The mission to develop serving leaders continues, not only in the countries that I've just mentioned, but also in places like South Sudan, Nigeria, Guinea, Congo, Kenya, Burundi, and here in the United States. Thank you so much for partnering with us as we seek to develop serving leaders around the world who will lead, love, and serve like Jesus. May God bless you in every possible way. Thank you.